So this is a real treat. Like 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, I make a video. But I am just coming on real quick because I'm grateful. I'm 39 years old today. And it's time for Isaiah 61 to be into full effect. Also, I just want to say, don't ever think that you are not significant enough to pray for somebody or anybody. Like, do you guys understand? I pray for God because I'm like, Lord, like, you created us and like we act a fool. Like, I pray for your peace because I just be like, you gotta kind of just be kind of going through. Like, you send your only forgotten son, and like, this is what the world is doing. Like, literally, like, so make sure you pray for your leaders, pray for your pastors, pray for other pastors, other leaders, pray for everybody. Just whoever you can think of, like, that cross your mind. If the Spirit gives you the unction to pray for them, pray for people who you don't even know. Like, it's okay. Just, we gotta pray. And that's just one thing that sometimes we think that people's lives, they have everything together and that they don't need our prayers, when the truth is that you can't, that there's no one who can have too many prayers. If someone's anointed to do something, you best believe the enemy is trying to attack them. Now, whether they let on and let you know that or not, that's a whole nother story. So that's what I just want to, urge today is just to pray. I just thought I'd sneak on here real quick before my kids came down here. They're about to sing happy birthday to me, and then I'm going to wash my face, and then I'm going to go to sleep. Well, I'm going to eat too. I said, let me go ahead and hop on here before I eat and have lettuce all in my teeth, which I'm sure you guys just would not appreciate. So, again, I'm going to say, there is nobody that's too good for you to pray for. And I hope I'm saying that right. Like, just don't assume that because people are in certain positions and that they're in certain places that everything is like cookies and cream or sugar and cream or sugar and spice. Whatever the terminology. Y'all know I just be like saying what I say. So, everything that glitters ain't gold. Like, my eyeshadow is glittering. It's the gold color, but you know what? It's not 24 karat gold. So that's just like the perfect analogy. I think that's the proper word to use because, again, I will say the wrong word and roll with it, and it could be the improper word, but as long as I'm getting the message across, I guess this is the only thing important. So, again, I pray for God, to God. I don't know if that's like an oxymoron or something, but I'm just like, if I had to watch humans after I gave my only begotten son, and this is how y'all do me, I would be feeling a certain kind of way. So I just, like, I'm like, he has feelings. Like, he's a loving father. He's righteous. He's angry. He's jealous. So, I mean, of course, he gets hurt too. He hurts too. I mean, and that's really, hurt comes from anger. Like, anger comes from hurt. So the wrath of God, it comes from hurt. And I am rocking my I Am Healed shirt right now. I threw that on. I took some pictures today. Did a little photo shoot. Malcolm Harrell, photographer. I'm excited to see those pictures. It didn't go the way that I planned it because I was just doing the most when I really didn't have to be. So it just turned out totally opposite than what I planned, but it was totally amazing. And it was cool. It was just something to just get my toes wet, you know, get my feet in the water and stuff. And because I was like, I got to make it on church on time. So, yeah. Pray for President Trump, whether you like him or not. Whether you understand that Democrats and Republican, it's all the same. Tea parties or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm a Christian first. And I just want to be about what's right and what's righteous. And he's still our leader. So regardless of what you think about him, he's the leader of our nation right now. So you need to be praying that people get in his ear and that there are people of influence, the right people are around him to influence. Pray for him to find Jesus. Like, pray for him to not have a potty mouth or whatever you guys get mad about him on Twitter about. Or whatever you don't like about him. Pray about him for that. Like, that's just, it's what makes sense because he is leading our nation. I mean, oh, I saw the funniest thing, speaking of Donald Trump, because they're talking about this whole wall thing, but like, what about the potholes? Like, oh, that's funny. So pray about the potholes. Pray about the potholes too. Pray for your pastors. Pray for your worship team or your praise and worship team and your choir or whatever your church has, because they get under attack too. So pray for your greeters. Pray for your children ministry leaders. Pray for that person that you see smiling every time you go into work and they always have a smile on their face. Pray for them, because you know what? 9 times out of 10, they probably only feel that way 80%, maybe 70% of the time, if even that. And that's not everyone. Like, people can really put on a happy face, which is weird because sometimes when I'm really happy, I'll have no facial expressions, which is just kind of backwards. And then when I'm not happy, when I'm mad, I have this face, and it's a smiley face. But my kids know it's like a mad smiley face, but it's a smile. So, again, just, you guys, we just never know what people are going through. And life is a battle every single day. Every single day, the enemy is out here trying to remind us of what we're not, trying to remind us of what we did wrong in the past, trying to like throw stuff in our face. And all he's trying to do is distract us and throw us off course so that we don't fulfill our purpose, because we're all made for a purpose. God made each and every one of us for a purpose. And the enemy just does not want to see us fulfill it. So, you know, he has his different ranks, principalities, and like, because Satan is just one person. So he can't be everywhere at the same time. Like God is omnipresent. So Satan has to like has like a kingdom of like, and like ranked of demons and principalities and powers that be, whatever all that stuff is. So, you know, that's why he sends them out to attack us. And we just have to be aware of Satan's devices and just know, like, every day you wake up, the enemy has an assignment for you. You know, the days that you get real close, this fool will really try to step to you. And you know what? When he tries, he comes stepping to me. And it's, you know what? Before, I probably wouldn't know what to do. But when he tried it earlier, get thee behind me, Satan. Like, I'm not scared of you. And it's just amazing. Like, amazing. The message tonight at church was amazing. And it went right along with that. Like, the enemy just really tries. He tries to just hit you where it hurts. He tries to hit you where he knows that you have been broken. So, like, the last thing he wants is for us to get healed. The last thing he wants is for people to be whole. The last thing that he wants is unity. So it's just like, we have got to shame him. Shame the devil. That's what I'm on. You guys, I got to wear my boots today. Well, briefly today. But, alright, you guys. I hope you guys all had a happy Valentine's Day. And I get so distracted and sidetracked. I'm sorry, I just like my glitter. Jade did my makeup. So it's like, I'm excited. I'm about to wash it off. But you know what? I feel like my glam squad is coming. Actually, my glam squad is here. But you know what? I'll be able to eventually put them on payroll for something. I don't know what yet, but it'll be for something. Because I just like glitter so much. Back to my whole point, like, of my video. Pray for everybody. We all need prayer. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for my ex-husband. Pray for intercessors. Pray for prophets. Pray for evangelists. Pray for preachers. Pray for teachers. Pray for those who are less fortunate than us, who don't have anywhere to sleep, and it's cold outside. Pray for those who are seeking what only God can give them through a drink, through a drug, whether that drug is not a dangerous drug or that drug be a very dangerous drug, or they're reaching out for a man or a woman to fulfill their lust, or pray for the ones who are reaching out for little kids. Pray for them. They need prayer. They need Jesus. Because something is broken seriously in them for them to want that and to be that and to have that desire. Pray for the people who have these perverted thoughts and people who can murder without a conscience. Like, they're all broken to some extent. Like, it's a defect. Like, and we gotta pray for them. Can't even judge them. We gotta pray for them. Because he didn't design anyone to be like that. whatsoever. Like the serial killers, like that was kind of what we talked about, what was taught at church tonight. Not taught, but the topic went along with serial killers. Like, that sounded so not good, but you just have to come to my church to understand. Like, we just, we make it, it's like we gotta make it plain. You gotta be able to explain the gospel to where people can understand it and people can relate. And Brandon did a really good job doing that tonight. It was a really good message. But yeah, serial killers and all these pedophiles and stuff, like, pray for them. We really need to pray for them because they are really, really lost. And something happened along the way. They were not made like that. Just like homosexuals and these transgenders, guess what? I'm sorry, you weren't made that way. God made man and he said it was good. So he didn't make you with the wrong plumbing. And that's just the bottom line. He didn't make us like, he made man and woman. And man and woman go together. Like, that's just how he made us. It's very plain. And the Bible, it's very plain. Like, only a man and a woman can reproduce. Like, it's what works. Like, your plumbing, that you're born with is what you're supposed to have when you're born. So yeah, you guys, we have to pray for those people who are confused and who are lost and who've been deceived because somebody probably touched them when they were younger, or they got so much rejection, or they watched the wrong show and they got addicted to drugs and strung out, or they went to jail and somebody took advantage of them. And like, we're all just broken. We're all broken people. We all have different fragments. Some of us are more broken than the other. Some of us are broken with big cracks. Some of us are broken like shattered in a million pieces. And it's like, for those who are shattered, like, you're not just like a look. It's not a little hurt. It's like big hurt. It's big hurt. It takes longer. It's a longer healing process. I just never even thought about it that way. Like, bottom line, just pray. Pray for people. Get in the Word. Pray for people. Pray for your enemies. Especially your enemies. Bless your enemies. I'm going to end this video because I need to go to sleep. Take this makeup off. They should be calling me up to sing happy birthday unless they decided not to, which wouldn't surprise me, but it's okay. It's okay. They're teenage boys. Actually, one is an adult. Like, oh, I have an adult son. I have a 19-year-old son. I haven't like I have so my teenager, well, they're both still my sons. One's just an adult and one's a teenager. So my son, to say my sons, my sons, my sons, my awesome, amazing, great, respectful, non-narcissistic, confident, productive, protective, providing, loving, caring, trusting, humble, confident, committed, I'm trying to think of more words that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. So that list will just keep growing as to their greatness. Oh yeah, they're handsome. Let's say healthy, wise, considerate, wonderful husbands and fathers as well. Husbands and fathers in that order as well. Yeah, in the name of Jesus on that. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Amen on all of that about my boys. So, all right, you guys. I hope, again, you had a wonderful day. And I always don't know how to end these videos because I think I'm on Facebook Live. But then I'm like, oh, I'm on YouTube. And it's in a totally different place. So, anyways,